Hi everyone. Today we have Dr. Kanchan Nikam with us, and she's a TIS alumni as well, and she's an expert in how to manage stress, what all habits should be, incorporated by various people of various age and genre. So today we are specifically going to focus on students and their stressful life, and also about their parents because parents are also equally stressed out about exams and the competition that is going on, and a lot of students take wrong decisions, they get depressed, the food habits go for a toss, and the sleeping habits go for a toss. So she is going to explain very crisply what can be done and how students can cope up with these difficult times during because of the exam period is going on and a lot of exams are going to come. So welcome, Dr. Kanchan, and I'm very glad to have you on board today with us.
Thank you, Shubham. And I've been through that phase where I was very stressed during my exam times. So it is really good to have sharing the experience that I have had with my life.
Right.
Hello all. Hope you're watching me and you are appearing for your exam. You're also preparing, and you are watching me with the hope that you will be relieved of some kind of stress that you're going through right now. As we will see in our screen, I'll tell you only simple five techniques. No jargons, no difficult steps, only simple five words. So it will appear on the screen and you have to pay close attention to that. Okay. Shubham, can you please share the screen?
Yes, I'm saying.
So these five techniques that we are going to learn today, not even techniques, just five words, are ask. Ask yourself. Second is adapt. Adapt to the change.
Okay, somehow I'm not able to
Have you
share.
It is okay.
Okay.
Second is adapt to the change, accept it, act, and achieve accordingly. That's it. As simple as that. Is it complicated? I hope that is not. Because you're already going through a lot of complications, a lot of anxiety and stress related to exam. So in that case, I want you to have these simple techniques to actually go ahead.
Right.
Once you'll get in the screen, we'll also get to know the content. These simple methods. Ask yourself. Ask where I am. Ask how am I doing. Ask yourself, is my environment supporting me? Is the food I'm eating, the habits I have right now, is it important? And ask yourself, is the situation really that difficult? मैंने पहले भी तो ये किया है, right? I have been there, I have done that. हमने पहले भी काफी सारी एग्जाम्स दी है. So you have to ask yourself. This ask is so important because you will get to know where you are. This is the first step in relieving any kind of stress and getting any kind of success.
Right. So unfortunately,
After
because
you,
of some technical, sorry to interrupt you, but because of some technical issues, I'm not able to share PPT. But we'll record a different video on the PPT. But let's just make it interactive for the audience that are going to talk on the topic. That's not going to be a very big issue. So you were talking about understanding
sure,
the
that is
ask.
totally fine.
That was a very good point. What do you think about students who are facing high level competitive exams and they don't make it? What do you suggest for such students? Because see, success ratio in today's date in exams like 1%, 2% or whatever. So how do they cope up mentally with such pressures and the expectations?
First of all, I'd like to congratulate them that they think so big. You know, a lot of people do not even appear for these exams. These are the students who are ready with their preparation. These are the students who have the confidence, the motivation. And of course, it is just a competitive exam. It is
Right,
just like a game where one team has to win and one team has to lose. But doesn't mean the loser team has lost everything. So we are going through the preparation. As Bhagavad Gita says, कर्म करो फल की अपेक्षा मत करो. It is
right,
as simple as that. You have to give your 100%, and trust me, success will follow. And even if it doesn't, do you know the stats? Do you know the data? Only 3% of the uneducated population is unemployed. That is the fact. That means
yeah,
even if you don't get into that exam, you have different doors to cross.
right. And coming to the parents part. parents play a very vital role. They get very stressed
Mhm.
out and they get very desperate and they're very worried about their kids, what he or she is going to do. No, she's not eating well, she's not talking to anyone. And what role, do parents play or ideally should play when this exam period is going on?
Correct. So, parent, I will tell you from a psychological perspective. Parent is the primary caregiver of a child. All the parents, I want you to listen this very carefully because we Indian parents, they make mistakes of such kinds. So primary caregiver as in जैसे बच्चा पैदा होता है, whenever a child is born, the first face that child is going to see is of the parents. I'm
Yeah,
not talking about doctors and nurses. It is the nursing phase.
yeah,
So they are closely attached to their parents. अगर आप ही उन्हें motivate करोगे, demotivate करोगे, if you're going to demotivate them, you're going to be in an anxious phase around them. Will your child ever think positive in that environment? Is it possible to think positively in that environment? It is a teamwork. Have you seen the F1 Formula race, cars changing their tires and changing their parts? It
yeah,
is a teamwork. Even if one person messes up, the team messes up. So
yeah,
parents have to be supportive without putting a lot of expectation on your child's shoulder. You really have to be supportive. You have to understand it's just an exam and life
right,
has different ways. Every
right,
day is different. Maybe they'll
right,
get into something bigger, you never know.
correct, right. And what about the food and sleeping habits? Because I personally have experienced this whenever I had some major exam or major day or something, the night before that, I'll have a lot of anxiety. I'll not be able to sleep properly because everyone has that. That's very normal. So I'll have a little bit of sleep deprivation before a very important exam. And then the next day, I'll feel drowsy, a bit, kind of jet lag. So, what do you think can students do to avoid this situation or at least lessen it if it is not possible?
शुभम दैट इज सच अ इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन और ये क्वेश्चन पीपल डू नॉट इवन गेट सच क्वेश्चंस बिकॉज उन्हें लगता है कि फूड का और स्लीप का इससे क्या रिलेशन है.
Yeah,
इट इज क्लोजली कनेक्टेड. स्लीप इज अ साइंस विच इज नॉट येट बीन एक्सप्लोर्ड. किसी को नहीं पता, साइंटिस्ट को भी नहीं पता कि क्यों सोना इम्पोर्टेंट है, लेकिन ना सोने से क्या होता है ये इस पे एक लेवल ऑफ रिसर्च है. उसी
right.
तरह food. I'll tell you about food. When you eat carbs, when you eat heavy carbs, what happens is your glucose level goes up and it suddenly goes down. खाना खाते ही नींद आती है, भारी फील होता है, सारा ब्लड सर्कुलेशन पेट में जाता है. उस टाइम ऑक्सीजन डिप्रीवेशन के कारण भी नींद आती है, एक्स्ट्रा ईटिंग के कारण भी नींद आती है. You have to make sure if you are taking care of your own food or if you're taking care of your child's food, मेक श्योर कि आप उसे कम कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स वाला खाना दे. दाल ज्यादा दे, सूप ज्यादा दे, क्वांटिटी कम रखे. दिन में 4 से 5 बार खाने दे. खाने के बाद अगर लेना चाहे तो हल्की सी नैप भी इज फाइन. बट
Right,
येस, द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट इज अनइंटरप्टेड स्लीप. सिक्स
right,
टू एट आवर्स यू हैव टू एटलीस्ट हैव स्लीप.
right.
पेट्रोल के
How,
बिना गाड़ी नहीं चलती.
right, right. And how do you suggest for the D day, like the exact exam day? What should be the intake? And because mostly the people eat light only. I've heard this many people and students sharing with me that we are having light meal and all, and especially for those who have noon wala paper, 2 to 5 p.m. wala slot. For them, it's extremely difficult because they go with a breakfast and lunch, and then they do get drowsy over there or thoda sa sleepy if you have sleeping pattern. So what I personally suggest my students is कि जैसे you get an admit card and you know that my paper is going between 2 to 5, so you change your sleeping cycle. 2 to 5 में you do not sleep. You keep your brain hyperactive during that period of time. So that during the exam, your brain will replicate what you have done for the last one. So what are your take on that?
Oh, you're absolutely right because we follow a circadian rhythm. If we sleep on that particular time और उसी दिन हमारा exam है, so it will definitely hamper.
Right.
I'm just saying कि if you want to nap, 5-10 minute nap is fine, but you have to sleep only at the night time.
Correct.
Secondly,
Correct.
on the nutrition, we will definitely have an extensive seminar or
Right.
extensive session because that is a very important part. So
Right.
before exams, try to eat something made up of besan chila, moong dal chila, sprouts, cooked sprouts, so that you won't be having a lot of carbohydrates without fibers.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a deadly combination, white rice. So it might make you sleep. And 15 minutes loss in coping with your sleep is like 2 answers lost in the exam. So
Right.
let us avoid that consciously because हम पूरे साल प्रिपरेशन करते हैं एक आधे घंटे के मैच के लिए. So we have to make sure that we are there on that page.
Right, right. And before ending this session, I would, since we're using this platform to discuss what we should intake and what not, I would just like to give my 2 cents from my experience, students and parents, whoever is watching. Please do not adhere to any uh, what you say energy drink or something on the day of the exam by taking some advice from people that it will help you to be very hyperactive and help your brain. The caffeine will just give you a boost or something like that, because as soon as the effect goes down, the caffeine is very bad, then you will suffer in your paper. So this is one pointer. Probably what I suggest, I don't know how much of this work, you are the doctor from the medicine field. I tend to take highly oxygenated water for my exam. Okay, I don't take normal water. I take highly oxygenated water. It's like 80, 100 bucks expensive than the normal water. But I feel whenever I used to get stuck in a problem or something or some solution I'm not able to get, I used to take a pause, drink that water, and I used to feel good and I used to start solving again, restart my process. And I don't know, but that my psychology completely changed, that this oxygenated water is helping me fuel my brain and function properly, keeping me sane during the paper. So I suggest my students is, rather than taking the energy drink and all these things that are coming in the market, rather have a good clean water. Energy drink से तो सस्ता ही आएगा. Oh, good oxygenated water. Any known brand, whatever you want. I cannot suggest it, but whatever you know. So yeah, what are your takes, and then we'll end the session.
So you're absolutely right. But at the same time, everything works differently in every person's body. So you might really get a sleepy kick after coffee because the effect goes down very clearly. That is absolutely right. But at the same time, if you're feeling very drowsy just before the exam, dilute some espresso, dilute it, and have it bit by bit, not once at a time. And then you'll feel a bit alertness, but that
Yeah.
will be for 2, 3 hours. So we have to be
Yeah.
very careful with that.
Yes.
Also, at the end of this session, I want people to help us know whether they'll want something on the food and nutrition and the sleep part. We will also get there. It is a long
All
topic.
right. All right. It was really good to have, and in this short little crisp time, we have hit on a lot of sensitive topics that parents and students both are looking for the answers for. So I think this will be super helpful, and we'll connect back and we'll share the PPT as well, make a dedicated video for that. And we'll again share it with the people who give us feedback for various different genres from you regarding nutrition, health, and sleep pattern, whatever it is. So thank you once more for coming on this platform. I hope you enjoyed the session and you were able to, comprehend us what we are trying to ask you.
Thank you so much for connecting with me, and I'm really grateful that I got a chance to talk to everybody.
The
I
pleasure
hope
is
we'll
ours.
connect
Yeah,
soon.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Thank you,
All
Shubham.
right. Thank you.
All
Bye
the
bye.
best, everybody. Bye.
Bye.